There are only 3 possible outcomes for a property showing. Are you prepared for all of them? Let's find out. Welcome back. I'm Haley, your RE/MAX Europe trainer, and this is RE/MAX Charge Up. In this session, we're going to power through to the end of your property tour to get you ready for the final steps. On any competition show, there's that moment where all the contestants are on the stage waiting to hear what the judges have to say. Well, you haven't done any singing or dancing, but this is the same moment. You've finished your property tour, pointed out all the features, and answered all of your buyer's questions, and eliminated any properties that aren't the right fit. Now, what is your customer going to say? There are really only 3 potential outcomes of a property tour. First, your buyer wants to place an offer on one of the properties. Number 2, although you showed them properties that match their criteria based on what was available, the buyer's criteria have changed. And 3, your buyer has an objection that you haven't yet been able to overcome. Of course, if you hosted a virtual tour, there's a 4th potential outcome, that they've narrowed down their options and they're ready to visit 1 or 2 properties in person to make the final decision. But let's go through those first 3 scenarios to get you and your buyers ready to move on. For the first scenario, there's a property that your customers want to bid on. It's up to you to help them determine a competitive offer and submit it to the seller agent. Explain the offer process in detail and give them a flyer on the next steps so they understand what they're responsible for in the coming weeks and what to expect. Then you stay in touch. Now on to the second scenario. It's important to remember that buyers aren't liars, but sometimes they have the wrong expectations or they're not 100% clear on what they want. That's what part of your role is, to help them discover what they really need. So if your buyer's criteria have changed after the property tour, re-qualify them for motivation and confirm their new criteria. Schedule another property showing tour and stay in touch while you restart the search. And finally, the third scenario. If your buyer still has objections, don't be pushy. Sometimes people just need time. Ask questions and make them feel comfortable. Remember, this is a big decision and it's your job to help them through it. Schedule another property showing tour and stay in touch. Remind them that you're available whenever they have more questions. No matter what the outcome, be sure to thank your customers for their time. Don't forget that what buyers need most from us is empathy and understanding. If they feel respected and valued, they'll return with more business and referrals for years to come. Go back and rewatch this video to make sure you're ready to move on. Then, be sure to watch the next Charge Up video for a supercharged summary of the key lessons we've discussed in this series on property showings.